guys, what's up? It's Naomi the Crafty Savage here, and I'm back for Savage Story Time. Don't mind the way I look. I was just kind of sitting here when I realized, oh snap diddly do, it is Friday. You need to record that, and yeah, so it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So bear with me, all right? Let me put my handy-dandy reading glasses on. And we're going to get into this Savage Story Time. So I decided this week we're going to go with some Am I the Applesauce, right? I love Am I the Applesauce. So this first one. Am I the applesauce for arguing with my wife and refusing to fire the nanny? What's the nanny doing that, your wife wants you to fire the nanny? Is there some extra, I don't know, is she doing extra around the house? Because then that nanny's got to go, honey. She got to go. But let's find out, right? So it says, I, male 30, live with my wife, female 30s. Okay. We both work full-time jobs and have 3 kids, ages 3, 6, and 7. Good for you. I used to work from home with flexible hours, but I've been offered a promotion which requires me to work in person. Yeah, I have to say, working from home, it really does have its benefits. I'm just saying. The pay increase is really significant, so my wife and I agreed I should take the promotion and to hire a part-time nanny for our kids. Okay, well, then you must got the buku money, honey dollars if you got money to be hiring a nanny. I'm just saying, but that's neither here nor there, right, okay. So it says, I got in touch with the nanny agency and they matched us to someone who lives local. They told us her first name, which was a really common name anyway, but for the sake of the storytelling, we'll say her name is Sarah. Okay. So what did Sarah do that your wife wants to get rid of her? I spoke to Sarah on the phone and she seemed really nice. We arranged a day for her to come over and to meet my wife and the kids and for us to show her around the house. Okay. When the day came around that we met her, it turned out that my wife had already knew Sarah. Ruh-roh. It was really awkward, and I wasn't sure how they knew each other until afterwards. Okay. My wife told me that back when she was in high school, her boyfriend at the time cheated on her with Sarah, who was in her class. Oh, I don't care if that was back from high school, forgive and forget, people change. But no, honey, no. You already, what, did she sleep with him? Did she take him? She cheated. I ain't giving you, I'll let you come over and I'll tease you and, be like, yeah, look at my house. Look, I can afford a nanny, but I ain't hiring you. I ain't dumb. I saw what happened in high school. I ain't giving this up. I ain't giving up my husband. No. I'm kind of going to go with that, you're the a-hole. All right? Only because if it was I don't know, say you got a Manny, right? And dude just so happens to be, somebody that your ex-girlfriend from high school cheated on you with, Would you want him in your house? I don't think so. But let's keep going. Maybe there's more to it. Maybe the wife is a bigger person than me. Or was nah, we'll let it go, right? Whew. Let me see. She wasn't enthusiastic about it, but my wife didn't seem to have a problem with Sarah being our nanny at first. That was your first sign. Your wife's trying not to rock the boat, and you're about ready just to make her flip that sucker over. Hope you got your life jacket. Our kids love her. She has a lot of experience, and she's available when we need her. Well, that's a bonus, I guess. After a couple of weeks with pretty much no issues, My two oldest kids came to me and said that they don't want Sarah to come back. I asked them why, and they said she's evil. Now, how old are these two? These older? 6 and 7, right? The 6 and 7 one are saying she's evil? I ask why they think she's evil, and our 6-year-old starts crying and says that Sarah is mean and wants to hurt Mommy. Oh. The mom, you shouldn't be telling your 6 and 7-year-old about that. You know what I mean? Let them be kids. That's none of their dang business. But that's not what we're here for. We ain't here for the kids. We're here because the dude wants to know, is he an applesauce? Because he won't get rid of this 2-timing, hussy freaking nanny from back in high school. I don't blame the wife. I'm going with that the husband is the applesauce. I'm just saying. So, I talked to my wife in private, and at first she said she had no idea what the kids were talking about, and then it must be because of something that Sarah did. When I pressed it, my wife admitted that she told the kids that Sarah is evil. She said that she knows it was a ridiculous plan, but she was hoping I'd fire her. My wife asked me to fire the nanny because their history makes her uncomfortable. Well, I don't blame the wife. I really don't. Like, hurt me once, shame on you. Hurt me twice, shame on me for being the freaking fool to let you do it again. I don't blame the wife. I probably don't even have to finish this story. And again, I'm going with that the husband is the applesauce. So, where was I at? Because the history makes her uncomfortable. I asked why it wasn't an issue before. My wife said she just needed to think about it, and she's decided Sarah has to go. Maybe the wife was trying to be the bigger person and was like, it's in the past, but I don't know. Maybe she saw some little signs and body language, listen to your wife, honey. Because let me tell you, it's going to be cheaper to keep your wife around than it is if you get a divorce. Don't be siding with that nanny. I told my wife that we can't find another nanny, but until then, there's no... Oh, wait, hold on. I told my wife that we can find another nanny. Okay. Ooh, let me slow down there. I'm putting words in this dude's mouth. So that they can find another nanny, but until then, there's no reason to get rid of Sarah, and that she was out of line for trying to weaponize the kids against her when Sarah is no danger to them. So, I'm going to go with that, the husband is the applesauce, but I can see his point there. You know what I mean? All right, we'll get a new nanny. You know what I mean? But until then, we need a nanny because, they're just rich, I don't know, living up in their high little mansion up in Beverly Hills or whatever. I don't know where they live. It doesn't tell me where they live, right? But, I can see where the husband's hey, we don't have, what was that show, Nanny 911, where you just call them up and they show up in their little cars, No, so, I get his point, but, until we find another one, she's good. But at the same time, if I was the wife, I'd be pissed. My wife disagreed and said that we need to just fire Sarah ASAP and hire temporary babysitters until we can find another nanny. She said that she wasn't weaponizing the kids. She was just setting boundaries. Okay. So, the wife makes a valid point. We can just hire temporary babysitters till we find a nanny. So, kind of there, dude, you're the applesauce. Respect your wife's wishes. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the wife shouldn't be, flapping her freaking lips telling the kids about something that happened with this girl, in high school when they're, 6, 7, and I think 3. But the 3-year-old wasn't included. Let them babies be children. They don't need to be worrying about that. Believe me, they're probably going to have to deal with it at some point in their life, But at 6 and 7, no. They just need to worry about, I don't know, Barbies and wrestlers and all that. You just let them be babies and enjoy themselves. This turned into a really heated argument. I bet you it did. And did you sleep on the couch? And I called my wife. Oh. Are you guys still married after this? I called my wife insecure and controlling and told her she needs to go to therapy. So basically, you told a woman that, like, she needed to chill and she was insecure. Like, let me know where to send the flowers for the funeral arrangement because, buddy, you have better luck baptizing a cat. I'm going with 100%. You are the freaking applesauce, and I think you might have won the crown, and we were only on our first story, and it ain't even over yet. Oh, and told her my wife said I'm being inconsiderate of her feelings and need to put myself in her shoes. You damn Skippy. I agree with your wife. This is one of our biggest arguments, and it is a very long time, and I just want a neutral opinion and whether I was wrong. Oh, honey, you were wrong. You were wrong. Like, I was giving you a little bit of credit, right? Up until you called your wife insecure and controlling and told her she needed to go to therapy. Like, again. Sir, I hope you enjoyed that last breath that came out before your wife just, like, mopped you up all over the kitchen floor. I'm just saying, 100% the applesauce, right? This next one. Am I the applesauce? I gave my daughter a McDonald's application when she was behaving like a brat. Okay, let's get into this. Let's find out what's going on. First world problems alert. Our daughter recently turned 16. Says something. I don't know if you've ever dealt with teenagers, but let me tell you, they're a gem. They really are. I feel like, give me the terrible twos all over again. Yes. For her birthday, she was getting a vehicle. She had been learning to drive with my 2010 Nissan Titan. While she held her permit, I was gifting her the truck. It was a twofold, actually. I had been wanting to get a Silverado. She needed a vehicle. The day before her birthday, I had the truck professionally detailed in and out. I take the utmost care of my vehicles, both cosmetically and mechanically. The truck looks brand new, practically. Okay? On her birthday, I took her to the DMV. She thought that we were there to do her road test and get her license. After she passed, I pulled the Titan's title out and said, "Happy birthday." That's when she pretty much made an embarrassing scene because, oh my God, I'm not driving a grandpa truck, Dad. Oh, honey, okay, that's fine. Then you ain't driving nothing. You ain't driving a damn mother fluffing thing. You can go out and get a job, earn your own money, buy your own car. Like, I'm gonna have to go with that. Just from that, then I'm guessing that the dad got the McDonald's application and said, "Here you go. You want to be a spoiled brat? Go for it." I'm just saying. But let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm 39 for the record. She threw a tantrum because she wanted a blue Jeep Wrangler. Will you tell her to go get a job and save up some money for that blue Jeep Wrangler, right? I'm just saying. Like, we walked, like, she should be happy that, like, she even getting anything. Like, these kids nowadays, I tell you. We walked out momentarily to speak. I wanted her to know exactly how rude her behavior was when her father was giving her a truck. Any other 16-year-old would be extremely grateful for. Exactly. Like, do you know how many 16-year-olds out there that, like, would have, like, been ecstatic to be given a vehicle, and you want to act like a spoiled brat? Oh, sweetheart, go get yourself a job. Karma's a bigger beach than I am. I'm just saying. So far, I'm going with, if this is why the dad handed the daughter the McDonald's application, I'm going with not the applesauce, sir. Good for you. Don't let that little girl think she can run and no. But there's more. There's more. Okay. Eventually she apologized, but we had another hiccup. Oh, dear Lord, baby Jesus. When I told her she'll get full access to it when I get another truck, which was already in the works. I was just waiting for the bank to close the loan. Ultimately, I told her to forget it. She was just acting like a spoiled brat. Later that night, I suppose she thought about her behavior as she began asking questions, then said she realized how immature she acted. She asked, so since you were going to sign it over to me, does that mean I could drive it for a bit, sell it, and then put the money towards a Wrangler? My response was, of course you could have. Good for you, sir. I don't even know who you are, but you deserve a medal for not letting that girl walk all over you. For that, Papa. I'm just saying. Okay. But there's more. There's still more, guys, right? Excuse me. Where was I at? I got so excited over there, I lost my spot. She was a spoiled brat. So since, my response was, of course you could have. By me signing the vehicle over to you, it was officially yours to do what you'd like with it. She says, oh, okay. Well, I've thought about it and I would like to have it. Nope. Good for you. Doesn't work that way. You lost your opportunity, girl. She totally flipped out and said I should have told her at the DMV she could sell it and keep the money. She told her mother I was being totally unfair. No, it sounds like she's some spoiled, entitled, thinks she's some princess or something that needs to be knocked down a few pegs and realize honey, you are a 16-year-old girl. Be grateful somebody's even giving you a car. You want to act like that? Not once, but twice? Oh no, sweetheart. You burned that popsicle stand down and flew right past it. Right? So she told her mom I was being totally unfair. My wife agreed to her not getting the truck. Okay, I thought he was going to say his wife agreed that he was being unreasonable. I'd be like, honey, that's your problem. You need to check your wife too. I'm just saying, right? But that's not the case. He's got a good wife that backs him up, supportive. Woohoo, okay. My wife agreed to her not getting the truck. Probably because she didn't want me buying a brand new Silverado. The next day, she very sweetly asked for the truck again and then hinted around about me finally getting a Silverado. No, sweetheart. The way you acted the first time, you know what I mean? And then, okay, you apologize. Hey, we all have our moments. Sometimes we say things, you catch us off guard type of thing. Okay. But then you went and did it again. Who in the holy mother fluffing lands died and made this 16-year-old, she is just Queen freaking Sheba, and she should just get whatever she wants. No, honey, it don't work that way. It ain't a pack of gum at the store. And a vehicle and having your driver's license, let me tell you, that is not a right. It is a privilege. And that's what that little 16-year-old girl needs to learn. But there's more. There's more. So the next day, she very sweetly asked for the truck again and then hinted about. I didn't say anything. I went to my office, printed out a McDonald's employee application. I stuck it in an envelope and handed it to her. She was ecstatic, probably thinking it was the title. She opened it up and said, "You suck." And as soon as those words came out of her mouth, I'd be like, you know what, sweetheart? You can go upstairs in your room. You're grounded. Fill out that application. And when you're done being grounded, you can go turn it in at McDonald's and get yourself a job and save up money to buy you the car you want. Like, because it ain't coming from me, honey. I ain't giving you a dime. Like, and at that point, I'd be like, you ain't even going on my insurance, sweetheart. Like, so you better start saving up to get your own insurance policy. Like, if that's how you want to act, no, honey. No. No. I told her, if you want a Wrangler, get a job. Good for you. I'm going with not the applesauce on this one. I really am. My wife said I was an idiot. I took it way too far. No. I think you should take it a step further. Put her in the truck that she was supposed to have, right? And go drive her to McDonald's to go drop that application off. I'm just saying. Maybe so, but I realize our child needs to learn not only the value of $1, but also needs to learn how to be grateful in life. Exactly. It sucks this happened since it was part of her birthday. I didn't anticipate this type of behavior. It was upsetting. I felt like she slung caca at me. Now every time I look at my truck, all I can think of, it's a grandpa truck. Like, yeah. I'd be like, no, you know what? Like, until you can be grateful, you know, for like the things that are given to you, you ain't getting a dime from me, sweetheart. Like, no. Go out and get yourself a job. Okay. So this next one. Am I the applesauce for leaving my wife and infant to attend a funeral? Why would you be the applesauce? I mean, like, is it like an ex? Is it like... Let's find out, right? So it says, my wife and I recently had our first baby, and she's 3 months old now. Oh, congratulations, right? A few weeks ago, my family was hit with a massive tragedy. I'm still struggling to come to terms with it. I wanted to travel to the funeral, but my wife didn't want to come with because of the baby. I mean, that's understandable, you know. She didn't want me to go either. Oh, hells no. Like, if you don't want to go, but like if somebody in my family passes away, like, I'm going. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If the shoe, like, if it was the other way around, you know, like, I bet you she'd be like, you got to take care of the baby. I need to go be with my family, right? But my wife didn't want to come with the baby. She didn't want me to go either and said I should be spending the time with her and our daughter. Now, yes, you should be spending time with your wife and your daughter, but you are not the applesauce, sir, for, you know, traveling for a funeral for someone in your family. Like, tell your wife to get off her freaking high horse, because I guarantee you, if the roles were reversed and you try to stop her from going to one of her family members' funerals, let me tell you, your name would be mud, and you would be sleeping outside, and you'd be lucky if she let you even sleep in the doghouse outside. I'm just saying, all right? And when she's a little older, we can go visit my family. Okay, you know what I mean? Yeah, once the baby's a little older, then you, your wife, and the baby can go visit the family. But it's not like you decided, oh, you know, like, I'm just going to go visit and leave your wife and baby behind. No, like, somebody freaking passed away in your family. Like, I mean, damn, I'm cold-hearted, all right? Like, I can straight up be cold-hearted. I ain't that cold-hearted, though. Like, I think you just, like, take your baby and just throw the whole wife away. All right, that's kind of like where I'm going with, and I'm almost positive you ain't the applesauce, right? I tried to explain this is important for me, but she wouldn't hear it. Your wife kind of sounds like that 16-year-old from the last, story, but like she was just allowed to treat people and probably got whatever she wants and thinks she's some like hoity-toity princess sitting on a throne, you know what I mean? And knock that down real quick. I'd be like, look, like if it was the other way around, like I guarantee you, if he stopped her, oh Lord have mercy. Yes, right. I tried to explain it's important to me, but she wouldn't hear it. Mind you, I was planning to go for less than 3 days. So it even, like, you mean to tell me, like, she can't pull up her big girl panties and take care of a 3-month-old for 3 days by herself? Like, get out of town. You go to that funeral. I don't even have to read the rest of this, but I'm going with not the applesauce. Your wife? She's a little bit more than the applesauce. She kind of sounds like a sandy beach, and she might got some crabs down there that just be like, crap, crap, crap. That's making her such a crabby beach. I'm just saying. So mind you, he was only gone for 3 days. 3 days, right? Left the night before the funeral and flew back the morning after. I went last week, and during this time, my sister-in-law came and stayed with my wife. My wife is mad at me and said it was selfish of me to go. No, your wife is being selfish. Like, it is not selfish of you to go because somebody passed away in your family. Like, it's not selfish. Your wife is being selfish. Like, you are not the applesauce, sir. Please don't let her make you feel like you are the applesauce. And I don't know how your sister-in-law got all wrapped up in this, but let me tell you, if she puts her 2 cents in, you toss the sister-in-law and the wife, keep the baby so they don't turn out like them. You just toss those 2 in the garbage and just start all over. I'm just saying. So the sister-in-law came and stayed with the wife. The wife was mad, said I was being selfish to me to go, and my priority should be them right now. And you know what? Normally, I would agree with your wife under, different circumstances. But in a death in the family, it's not like like you can plan it out. Like, okay, like on November, I don't know, August 21st. You know what I mean? Aunt Susie's gonna pass away of a heart attack. Let's plan for it now. It's unexpected. It's not like, the hell is wrong with your wife? God, Lord, get rid of her. I really don't think I did anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. But my wife and even my sister-in-law, just toss them out of the house. Just get rid of them. Said what I did was completely wrong. Here for opinions, because I guess we're all biased one way or the other, right? Again, not the applesauce. Like, I've gone over this many times. Not the applesauce, right? But with that said, guys, I'm going to hop on out of here. Let me know, who do you think was the biggest applesauce out of these 3? At first I thought, it was about the husband and the wife with the nanny. And then, I don't know, that entitled 16-year-old. But this wife, like, I think, like, she should have a backup of the applesauce, because that's just wrong. I think the, wife having a hissy fit because her husband, left her with their 3-month-old baby for 3 days so he could go to a family funeral. She takes the cake. She gets the icing. She gets the crown and the little inflatable swimming pool for her to fall face first into that applesauce. But seriously, guys, with that being said, I'm going to hop on out of here. If you're new to the channel and you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!